We are in a state of what I call psychological shell shock. I feel like we are so overwhelmed as an individual, at home, at work, outside, just being outside is so overwhelming with information, flashing lights, noises, smells. It is so overwhelming that there's the reason why so many people have anxiety. Having anxiety is normal. Having extreme anxiety is less normal, but it's still more common than ever. And psychological shell shock is the extreme reaction to being overloaded, overstimulated mentally, socially, psychologically, and financially exploited. There is no way that this is not going to keep ending up in extreme acts of violence, hatred, and all kinds of negative things. The antisocial behaviors, stealing property, property crime, destruction of things, all that antisocial, the lack of empathy. I myself suffer from it sometimes. Sometimes I need to be pulled back, but I mean, I kind of, you can't take everything so serious, you know. You can't take everything so serious, but sometimes we as humans are animals, so our brains, we are exhausted. I know I am definitely mentally exhausted, mentally burnt out. It's like sometimes I wonder, like I'm like checked out, like I'm just an empty husk, especially when I'm working. I'm just a devoid of emotion, joy. The ability to smile is insincere when I smile. Someone makes a positive comment, it means almost nothing to me. And it's like, this is decades of me ingesting this very fast paced, toxic society we live in. And this is peak capitalism right here. This is what this society will feed to you. Um, and I think people have to understand that a lot of people don't even know how to critically think anymore or do anything unless they're literally spoon fed or obey exactly what somebody else, an authority figure, says. I I'm not an obedient person. I don't just accept anything anybody said it because somebody said it, somebody authoritative said it, somebody society said that this person just, made something up. I don't just accept everything. I like to think it out, be extremely skeptical, question everything, and I just think it's the most ironic fucking shit that we have people who were wearing for years wearing hats called that said obey. That made me sick to my stomach. The hat said obey. Obey who? What? Why? No, stop obeying. Resist. Refuse. Reject. And not just reject because other people are rejecting it. You want to not just obey whatever someone said because they said it. You have to come to the ability to critical think in this society is so low. There's so few people who do it. It's actually offensive. Um, I don't know why so many people cannot think for themselves, other than the fact that the human species has to be as dumb as it gets. I mean, wow. You have entire people believing, oh, it's not, they believe the government did this and this type of small group is controlling everything and they're trying to destroy things. It just goes to show that a lot of people are just very tribalistic people. Religion in the West was replaced by this rigid, it's either someone's a sports zombie, sports fanatic, obsessionist, sports enthusiast. The sports team become their ethnic group. They're either that sports gambling zombie person or it's a political zombie person. And it's like, what happens when you're not part of any of that stuff? I can't accept it. I'm not part of it. And I do consume information, but the algorithm, I remember when you used to have to look up videos. Now the algorithm just spits out endless fucking videos, just spitting it out. Whether you like it or not, it says, hey, you might watch this. And sometimes I click on it and it's just junk. And it's just fake. And I'm even subscribed to a couple AI channels. The truth doesn't even matter anymore to most people. As long as it's entertaining and it's a feel good type of thing, good enough. That is so sad. Real engagement, people are trying to, they want us to have an AI friend instead of actually trying to make a genuine connection and get out of your comfort zone to make a connection with somebody else. They won't do that. They want you to talk to a robot. And your robot's going to give you responses that make you feel good. Instead of having to deal with the heartache, anxiety, the possible rejection from people. I'm not happy with the rejection from people, but I can tolerate it. I can deal with it. And I just accept it. Whatever this is, the older I get, the less I can relate to the average individual. The average individual is so caught up in whatever extremely specific interest that they like or their extremely specific political interests. They're too caught up ideological in different things. And it's just so exhausting. Like, that's why I call it mental shell shock. The exhaustion of all of this, of just the constant social media news cycle, constant post, constant social media posts, constant working. When you're working, it's constantly having to post and be productive and whatnot. And I can't do it anymore sometimes. And I understand why people lash out. Humans are animals. People lash out in violence. Violence that people don't understand. Violence where it's like, I saw a video where a woman, took a shit on somebody's car. Just primitive animal human shit. Literally. And somebody else was like literally headbutted a child. Adult female headbutted a child. People putting fast food workers in a chokehold over cold fries, over missing ketchup. Humans are really this lashing out. Lashing out at work, coworkers, lashing out over people making the tiniest, minutest of details or mistakes. Absolute monkey behavior is occurring, and I don't know what to say. This is the first video I've made in a while that I really feel passionate about this because I want there to be some sort of hope or information, and maybe somebody can give some sort of solution because it's becoming really difficult to live in a society in which you're overloaded, overstimulated. And personally, I think males especially are over sexualized in the way that they are bombarded by pornography. Pornography is in the male's mind absolutely over, it makes men over fixated on certain things. And it just is a terrible way to destroy someone's mind. People's addictions, interests are being fed. You can't tell me that this obsession with furries, it's not even a furry is not even an animal. It's a cartoon of an animal that you wear as a costume. It's a cartoon of an animal, a picture of an animal that they put. It's so hard to understand how degenerate the human brain can go and rot so bad and decay so bad and be rewired so badly that this is what you find yourself only attracted to three midgets and three midgets and a gorilla having a sexy time. This is insane.